hello, and welcome to Tavern 53 Tavern Talk. Tonight, joining me, live from his backyard, Greg Rushlow, the Bob Rossa Barbecue.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Greg. How are you? Always a pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Thank you for having me again.
I know we tried to join you. I tried to join you on the weekend there, and there was technical issues, and I think I figured out what we did wrong on my end. You'd sent the message through, and I didn't see it where it came up on Messenger,
Yes.
and I didn't see it there.
Apparently, you have to use email.
Yeah, I didn't see it there. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was doing wrong. Yeah.
but now we know.
Well, if you don't go on as often, you
Yeah,
forget all these little procedural things.
no, exactly. Before we go too far, I what I want to do, Greg, is if you give me a moment here, I just want to get up on my soapbox sort of thing for 2 seconds if I can, or a minute or so. Um, Monday, over the last few days, there it's been pre vote. You can go and for the federal election here in Canada, you can go and cast your vote early, and a lot of people did. They said it was like 7.5 million people went and pre voted, which is good. Good, very nice. Monday is the day to go and vote, and please get out there if you're gonna go. If you haven't, please get out there and vote. If not, I don't want to hear anybody complaining. If you didn't get out there and vote, I don't want to hear you cry about what's going on or congratulate everybody for what's going on. You just get to sit back and say nothing. And secondly, this is not so much a soapbox. I just want a PSA, public service announcement, because I noticed it this morning when I was driving into work. I stopped at a stoplight and I looked over to my left, and there was a gentleman watching a movie on his phone while we're at a stoplight. And I'm like, put the damn phone down. That's it. That's my public service announcement. Sorry, I'm off my soapbox. Let's get back on it here now, Greg.
All right.
All right. Tonight, we're going to talk about concerts, ones that we've gone and seen, ones our favorite ones that we've seen, um, the ones that you wish you regret you seen, and ones that you wish you could have gone and seen, but they're not performing anymore. Greg, what we'll start
Well,
with you.
the most recent one was Big Wreck, and I'm telling you, that guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal guitar player. I'm just surprised he doesn't have more following.
Wow.
It was just one of the best concerts I've seen in a long time. And
Nice.
yeah, gosh, there's been a few there in the recent past. BTO,
Oh,
Ray
yeah.
Bachman. Now another, just a Canadian legend. And the stories behind each song before he performed it was so entertaining.
Yeah.
And of course, the song itself just brought back tons of memories from
Oh,
years ago.
for sure. I know. Well, we went as a group,
Yeah.
and my wife was like, I don't know if I necessarily am going to know any of this. And then once he got playing, she's going, I know this song. I know you know this song. That's great. That was a beautiful sound that you just got there. It's like, what are we drinking tonight, by the way?
We got the White Bronco from Sandwich Brewing Company.
Nice. Looks clean. It looks good.
Just a nice little
Yeah.
beer to sip on here.
Yeah.
Got to have something nice when we're on the Tavern 53 talk here.
Yeah. Just enjoy. Yeah, BTO, no, for sure. Like that was one of the top 10 for sure.
Another rather recent one was Bush, and I really liked the effects, like the laser show behind a performance, and that was a good concert as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And my brother and I braved Biohazard.
Oh wow.
And Megadeth.
Yeah. No, yeah. That was.
To tell you the truth, I really enjoyed Biohazard. I knew none of their music going into this, but I really enjoyed the concert. To tell you the truth.
Cool. Good. Nice.
And I'm sure you ran into that as well, where you go to a concert and maybe one of the acts is someone you've never seen before,
Yeah,
or maybe you didn't hear of them until you hear the music.
yeah,
One of those was we went to see Moist was playing, and I I couldn't think of who Moist was, and
yeah.
then when the songs came on, that concert was phenomenal.
Nice, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a great time.
yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, and I when you're saying um concerts like that, like the ones that you never heard of before, and it was like um moment here. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Answering a text here from a fan. Um, KF and KD, shout out to you. Um,
I feel like
yeah,
I'm getting to know them.
yes, yes. Um, they ask where if you're going to be on between you and the professor. Is
Nice.
Greg Greg going to be on? Is the professor going to be on? Well, speaking of the professor, he's on special assignment. He's testing out some new pharmaceutical prescribed SPF super high end sunblock right now, and it didn't really work for him. It was a trial period thing. I think, in what would you say, Greg, earlier? He had the
He had the placebo. He was in the placebo group.
yeah, it didn't work. I think he's like now bacony kind of crisp up around the edges. Um, yeah, I remember going and seeing one of the first concerts going and seeing um, was Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, they do.
I'd seen that, and that was I want to say, and I'm going to age myself here, but I don't care. That was right around 88. It was before they really broke out, 88, 89.
Yeah,
And there was a bar here in town. They had their sign out front Friday night, Bare Naked Ladies. You got 19 and 20-year-old guys going, "Oh my God, what? We got to see this. We got to be there." You're with the band. They're gonna have strippers. Oh my God, we got there, and it was like we're there at like 7 o'clock. The bartender, the owner, he's laughing. He knew what was going on, but we had no idea. And we're having a couple of drinks, and we're had some food, and we're waiting. Well, then they start arriving. They get setting up. They're setting up the band. We're like, shit, they're gonna have a. These girls are gonna have a band. Oh man, what's this? Like a burlesque show or something like that? Well, no, they start tuning up, and it's like then they were. Then we find out their name is the Bare Naked Ladies, and I'm like, you kidding me? And once they got going, it was great. We had a great time with them, and they were really good. Like they had a few of their own original songs, but they played a lot of other songs. Like they just had a great. They were really good. They were really good, and we enjoyed it. We had a great time. So that was like one of the first ones, and like again, it totally surprised me. I was taken off. Like I wasn't expecting it, and then all of a sudden, here's these guys. Yeah, they were really good. I really enjoyed it.
yeah, they're really big back in
Yeah,
the day,
yeah.
in the '90s, probably just huge. Like,
Well, that's when they got on to what it was the Speaker's Corner in
oh,
Toronto.
that's right. Yeah, I remember that show.
Jammed in that little cubby thing, and they did their whatever song they did. I can't even remember what it was. It doesn't matter. And then that's when somebody signed them to do an album. And then next thing you know, it was like this DJ at the bar knew DJ from a local radio station. Hey, can you give these guys? Yeah, they can perform there. It didn't cost them anything.
Yeah.
They didn't have to pay him, but I think they might have slipped him some money. But
Wow.
it was
Look,
good.
look where we're at with the internet now.
No, I know
You
exactly.
think of that show, Speaker's Corner.
Oh,
You're
exactly. Yeah,
2 minutes of fame, eh? You know.
yeah. And it was again. That was an early form of this. Keep your
Mhm.
mind, get it out there, do what you want.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Other concerts, like because of that, we've seen other concerts throughout the years. Like we've got tickets to go and see the Cars. You know, that's empty, Greg. That's empty. You know what you got to do?
We know.
You know what you got to do.
Just happen to have that.
Hold on, folks. Hold on. Hold on. We'll see if we can- Yay! Yes. And that's why we wait for that beer to finish. Um,
We
yeah,
could. I could have timed that better for you.
that was all good. I didn't know what I was going to do at first either. Um, yeah, I in the cars and
Oh yeah, the
musically,
cars. They were big. Yeah.
yeah, musically, concert, everything. It was great, but they were like it was like watching cardboard cutouts. They didn't move around the stage. It was a very boring concert that way, but it was like musically they were good. We knew all the songs because it was popular and it was on the radio and everything like that. And again, yeah, no, it was a good concert, but it was a boring concert. Okay.
You know who I wish I would have seen years ago was the Who. They
Yeah,
came around a couple times,
yeah,
and yeah, they to me that's just the most classic rock
yeah,
out there,
yeah.
like cutting edge. You know.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, like that was like Pinball Wizard. Like you,
Oh,
every time I hear that, I can just sing along with. It.
Bubba O'Reilly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and I guess at the opposite end of the spectrum, the Monkees. They would be fun.
That would have been a different. Like I remember, um, there was a venue nearby, one that I think we've gone to together.
Hmm.
Concerts there. They used to have a little music hall inside, and Davy Jones, when he was doing a tour on his own, he had
Yep.
been there on stage. He didn't like, again. There was like maybe 300 people could go and see him, but he would perform like 5 times a night,
Oh,
and
that's
he
cool.
performed there. And again, he couldn't really move around all that much because again he wasn't young anymore, but
Right.
he could still sing. He could still sing. He was still pretty vocal. He was like a it reminded me of like a Joe Cocker. Like again, not gonna jump around on the stage, but he still get the tune out at the end
Got
there.
some talent. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. And again, not tall. He was a tiny little fellow. I guess that's not a problem. There's a lot of tiny little.
What do you think, Nickelback?
Um, I,
People just hate them,
you know what?
but
I
I
don't.
think they're just phenomenal in
Yeah,
concert.
like what was that? We'd gone to see there at the our venue there. They were tied in with Nickelback. I'm trying to remember who the heck it was. It, Nickelback had found them, or
Oh, really?
come on guys, you guys are good. And they kind of got them up on stage, and it'll come to me later who it was that we had seen, and it was like it was actually a good concert, and they were pretty decent. And
Yeah.
but yeah, no, they were like it was like I was surprised that like they got playing. I was like, I didn't know they played that. I didn't know they played that. It was like, yeah, it was pretty good concerts. But yeah, no, like the Who, yeah, no, that would have been really good to go and see back in the day.
Yeah, we're lucky we got a concert venue not too far, you know,
Yep, yep,
right here in the city.
yep, no, for sure, yeah,
My brother and I see a lot of concerts there.
yeah, yeah. No, it's always good. Again, it's the sound is good. Maybe not the visual all the time, but they do have a big screen. You can go and watch it there. It's like I guess it'd be like being at the
Oh,
show
we went
was
to an 80s one, Honeymoon Suite,
yeah,
Men Without Hats.
okay, yeah.
Like, bring back a lot of memories, eh? Watching this.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Now, you're from the area, the same area. I'm sure you remember there was a bar. I don't think it's even open anymore, but it used to be called California's,
California's, yes.
and you could go there, and there was you wouldn't know who you're going to see up on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I can remember seeing Jeff Healy there, um, Supertramp,
Yep. Yeah.
Styx performed there. Um, it was all kinds. Like it
But
was,
remember back then, because you mentioned you went to see Bare Naked Ladies and it was like 7 p.m.
yeah,
We used to make a night of it
oh yeah,
going to the bar.
yeah,
It's so different today, you
yeah.
know? Kids don't get out till midnight now.
Yeah. No, I'm
No, we used to 7 o'clock. We're at the bar,
yeah,
and we'd close it.
yeah. And it's now it's like midnight. I'm already 3 hours into sleep and look, looking over at the alarm clock. Shut up, you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that like that again. No, you're absolutely correct. Like we'd be there for 7, grab a bite to eat, start drinking, band get
it's
on.
California. So yeah, there was a lot of bands back then because people went to bars.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, there was the Lion's Head,
yeah.
Californians. Even
California
the Dominion House had.
Canadian Tavern,
Well, Dominion House still has entertainment. Yeah,
Canadian Tavern, like Hurricane.
Canadian Tavern. Yeah, Hurricanes. Yeah,
Um, the it'll come to me later.
but downtown there's the Honest Lawyer.
Yeah,
You know, there was a few bars you could just walk from bar to bar. You know,
Bentley's, Bentley's.
oh Bentley's, yes, yeah,
That I remember the girls dancing up on the
yeah,
bar.
more of a dance thing bar
Yeah,
there. I
that was
remember that. Yeah,
like that was just again it was good music. You enjoyed it, and you had a good time. I know
yeah,
I used to like that. Like I said,
yeah. Now it's just the bars are fewer, farther between.
not
They
the same.
don't open till late at night.
Yeah.
There's a lot of riffraff in the streets.
Oh yeah, not
Um,
the same.
yeah, it's a different time now.
I wish I would have seen them in concert. Meatloaf, not
But
just
there,
not just because I enjoy the meal, but I think I would have loved to have seen Bat Out of Hell live.
yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, there was more opportunities for independent artists to really grow their talent.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and it's in a way, it's kind of a shame that doesn't happen today so much. You know,
yeah, yeah. Like it's they want instant gratification for their they'll do their music, they'll do a video, and if it doesn't go platinum, then I'm never gonna nobody loves me, I'm never gonna do this again.
but
Okay.
there are some phenomenal artists that probably nobody knows. Independent artists here in the city
Yep.
that are just phenomenal.
Yeah. So there's like, you can hit a bar or even yeah, bars and you can still see them performing.
A lot of the breweries and stuff. Well, a lot of the breweries has some live music on the weekends,
Yep.
and yeah, that's one of the reasons my lovely wife and I would get out, go see
Yep.
some live music on the weekends.
Yep. Now again, like I have no problem. Like I know after in about hopefully several months from now when I get all better, I'm all healed up and everything like that. I'm planning on going out to the bars again and going not necessarily going and getting have to call an Uber to drive me home because I'm too lazy, but I want to get out to the
Right.
bar. I want to go and have a couple of drinks, listen to some live music again, and
There's something that just takes you back. It, you
again
know,
like bar bands, and then you get the real bands. Well, not to say that bar band isn't a real band, but real like bigger bands like um, KD and KF are just saying they saw Twisted Sister at the Ottawa Tavern.
oh
Yeah,
wow,
so
back in the day,
that
I did.
yeah,
Yeah,
D, yeah, going to see Cousin D. Yeah,
they were just. I remember them back. That was shocking to me.
yeah,
This,
yeah.
but that's what how bands were back then.
No,
You know,
you had Shock Factor. Well,
yeah,
Alice Cooper,
it was about the music and the stage show.
yeah, Alice
You know,
Cooper, Kiss, like
yeah,
all those guys. Like it's just like what was the oh my god, like get your attention, and then everybody was on it.
right.
Like I know the professor who is probably in the middle of burning right now, still sun tanning. um, one of his favorite bands to go and see, and he's seen them several times, was Rush,
Yes,
and
he's mentioned that to me.
that's another one
Phenomenal,
I'd love.
just phenomenal.
I
Yeah,
think that would have been a good concert to go and see. I unfortunately never got a chance to go and see him, but yeah, no, that would have been a good one.
I've never seen him either, but man, what a following they had. What
Oh,
talent,
I
you know.
think we still do. I think
Oh, you know who? Good Canadian band. No, I can't think of it.
Triumph.
No, the guy just passed away. The lead singer. Downey, Gordy Downey,
Oh, Tragically Hip.
Tragically Hip.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, yeah.
saw
They
them
were
in concert one time.
very, very. That was like one of those very local. Like they weren't worldwide, like, but they were
Right.
very Canadian. Like they calling Canadian local. Like it was very Canadian. Like if you were down in New Orleans, they probably didn't know, or Texas, they had no idea who they were probably. But
But if they heard of him and they heard that voice,
yeah,
they know exactly who it is.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it was very distinguishable.
yeah, yeah.
You know, the
Not all of his,
style.
not all of his songs like were like that's great. Some were like, okay. Others were like, yeah, no, that's good.
There, I love this the way he would tell a story in a song,
Yeah,
and it's like, what did he just say?
yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember seeing again. I said Jeff Healey. I remember seeing him at the at California's, but I had worked the one year. There was the Blues Fest in Windsor, and I
right?
worked the beer tent, and Jeff Healey was performing, and it was after everything was done, everybody was cleared out and everything like that. Got to meet him. Very, very down to earth, very nice guy.
Oh, really? Eh?
Like again, like it's just like simple, very, very genuine. Like he was glad that people wanted to come and see him perform.
Oh, really? Eh? Yeah.
Like he was just glad, and I thought that was nice. I really enjoyed seeing him.
Hmm. Yeah. Was it? I want to say he wasn't he in Roadhouse?
Yep, yep,
Yeah. Okay. That they were throwing the beer bottles while
yep,
he was trying to play.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That
There's,
goes back.
there's,
Eh?
there's a different, yeah. Now we're aging ourselves, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that was a good. Yeah, that was. I remember that was good. Like again, and you. I don't know about you, but it was like you always wanted to go and find a bar like that that they
Yeah.
would roam. Okay,
With the chicken wire.
yeah, around the band, around the DJ or whatever. It's like
Oh yeah.
you protect them. Yeah,
That's good stuff.
yeah. No, it was yeah, good concerts like that. Like I said, now um, there's I don't know if it's a little known secret, but in you've heard the song live, the live version of Cheap Trick. I want you to want me.
Yeah.
Now, if you listen really carefully up at the beginning of it, with all the crowd screaming, KF, our good follower KF, is one of those girls screaming up there.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah, she
Oh,
was
that
live at
is
the
cool.
concert. Yeah, she was a follower. She followed um, uh, Cheap Trick, and she followed White Snake. She was a White Snake roadie. She had the jacket, and she yeah, a lot of stories about that I can't really get into. Like
Yeah.
I was told not about too much about it, but
That's pretty cool though.
again, it's Wheatley thing, you know. So
Oh, it's a different era back then.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, no, like I said, like next time you hear that song, you just listen at the beginning and the screaming, and you'll hear one of the screams up at the front. KF is screaming there. So yeah, no, that was pretty good. I
That's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. But of all the concerts that you've seen, your favorite, and you would go and see them again, or him, or their, or whoever.
You know what, Randy Bachman? Like that was kind of a surprise. To
Yeah,
tell you the truth, it kind of surprised me.
yeah,
Like I really liked the stories, and the music just brought me right back. And even at his age, man, can he play guitar?
yeah,
Like the performance was phenomenal.
yeah,
And sometimes I've seen bands come back after so many years, and you could tell in their voice they don't have the same strength, and you
yeah.
know,
No, but he was, yeah, no, he
I'm
was,
telling you, it was just like going back to
yeah,
many years ago. Like it
yeah,
was phenomenal. And plus, he had a son there to really back him up.
yeah.
So
Like, yeah, no,
wow,
he didn't run around the stage or anything like that. But no, he was,
yeah.
like, he had to sit to do a lot of the,
I believe he was like 81 or something.
yeah, no, he's,
And wow, can he play guitar?
yeah, no, again, I never seen him play guitar before, and watching him play, like he's doing a jam on the guitar with
Oh,
drumsticks.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's
Say, watch this little trick.
yeah, and okay,
Like, man,
yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, no, thank you.
yeah, that
No,
was
thank you. Yeah,
that one for sure. Uh, Big wreck. I'm telling you.
yeah,
Like, if you ever get a chance to see, like, if you into guitar,
yeah.
this guy, it looks like he's a perfectionist when it comes to music,
Okay,
and he's as far as his style, he's out there. Like, man, it's so good.
yeah,
You know, really enjoy his music.
yeah, yeah. I'll have to keep an ear out for them,
Yeah,
like, yeah, or keep an eye out for when they're touring or something if they come
yeah.
on.
I like it because not too many people know it, and then when they see him play, it's like, this guy's really got something.
You, you seen that at a up in Toronto?
No, that was in Windsor here.
I was in Windsor.
Big wreck, yeah.
Okay.
We did go to one in Toronto back in November. We saw Wolf Van Halen. Um,
Yeah, Wolfie. Yeah,
yeah, Wolfie Van Halen. For
yeah.
some reason, the band name slips my mind, but very talented. Like,
Okay.
this kid is a
Yeah,
kid,
yeah,
grown up.
yeah.
He's so talented, and but he was playing a, just before Creed,
Okay.
and man, he blew that concert. Like,
Oh, nice. That's
I
good.
was really had high hopes for Creed.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, when Creed came on, Wolfgang Van Halen was the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was honestly looking forward to seeing Creed, and it just wasn't there.
Nice. Oh, wow. Yeah.
But
Well, hey, like I know for me, Alice Cooper, hands down, the best. I've seen him several times, and I could go and see him several more times.
yeah,
And it's you're not really going for the music. You're going for the show.
yeah,
He puts
he's
on
a performer. Yeah,
a show like friend of mine who's no longer with us. He passed away several years back. He was a huge fan of Alice Cooper, and a friend of ours like a friend of his and mine works at a golf course, and Alice Cooper is an avid golfer, and he was at the golf course, which he happens to be on the stock. He's on the one of the board of directors, and they were there for a meeting, and he had my the one friend that works there and said, "Listen, can you give him a call and talk to him for a few minutes?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So they call him. Well, this was in the early days of the internet, so it was on dial-up, and my buddy Ron was online, and it was dial-up, so he couldn't get through. It automatically went to the answering machine, and he left a message on um, Ron's answering machine. Ron, um, your telephone's ringing, but you're not answering. Come on. Well, we'll get back to you later, and just kind of left it at that. Well, continuing on with the Alice Cooper story, one of the waitresses at the golf course comes over to him, was talking to him, to Alice Cooper, and said, "Oh, I really love you. I've followed you. I enjoy your music and everything like that." He goes, "Oh, great." He goes, "Did you want an autograph?" She goes, "Yeah. I loved you in Kiss." He
oh
just
no,
kind of looked at her and he goes, "Honey, I made Kiss." And yeah, no, you know what? He's probably very instrumental in getting a lot of those bands going back then. Like it was like none of them would have had the face makeup or the theatrics like that he kind of got going with and got it
right?
more.
There was the shock factor
Yeah,
back then.
yeah,
I
no, exactly,
remember Ozzy Osbourne. It's like he bit the head off a bat,
exactly,
like,
yeah.
you know. And come to find out later, all these stories were just so embellished.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
But
They get
he just went with it. People,
that's how an urban that's how it develops. Everybody wants to
yeah,
well go to your concert. Did he do that? Is he going to do it?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, we got a shout out here from our good friend Trumpet Master saying hello.
Ah, trumpet master.
Glad to
There
have
we
you
go.
with us here. Glad to have you. Yes. Cheers to you, my friend. Yes, we're talking concerts and Greg. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we're just talking concerts, and one thing I can say I remember we did went to when we used to go to the concerts over in Detroit, Harpo's,
Harpo's. Yeah.
Kobo, or anything like that, and we went to we'd come back and we'd go and get something to eat. We'd always go to Huskies
Huskies.
over on Provincial and 401 there, truck stop.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about someplace in Detroit.
No, no, we'd
We used to
come
go to
back.
Mexican Town.
Yeah, yeah, we'd want to hit over there and we'd go and
Yeah.
get again. We were getting, and then you'd get a burger. You
Uh,
couldn't hear because it was so loud. Your ears
Exactly.
were ringing from the concert, but then you
Right.
went and had this greasy trucker burger and the most horrible fries that you could probably ever want. But it was you ate the whole thing and you loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
A burger like that, like
We used to hit. There was a place on Huron Line uh, where you get breakfast. A hotel there.
yeah. No, I remember what
But anyway, I remember getting breakfast like
golden
after
griddle.
last call. You know,
Golden griddle.
the Golden Griddle. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
would be packed with people
I know.
who left the bar.
Yep. And left had been at a concert or whatever and gone over. Yeah.
Different times, eh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can remember going. You said golden griddle. You said brought that up. My God, the memory just flashed there. I seen Andre the Giant there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was one massive man. Like that. That it was huge. He was a huge head, huge man. Like, nobody bothered him because you're there,
Well, yeah,
and we're not going to go over there. Yeah, no, it's like we'd seen him like we're across the bar or across the restaurant. And you're like, oh my God, that's Andre the Giant. Like, yeah, like that was
but speaking of Andre the Giant, Trumpet Master's probably got one of those Hulk Hogan beers, you know?
yes, I believe we talked about it the one night. I think that
Yes.
back.
He's had it a couple times on his show, on his live stream.
Yeah, yeah. No, again, that I don't know if it'll ever be over here. Probably not.
No?
Yeah, no, that'd be a interesting beer to try. I think. I would
Yes.
recommend that.
For namesake, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. It'd be like what was it back in the
Andre
70s?
the Giant would have had like 40 beers.
Oh,
Like, you know.
what was that back in the '70s? Billy Beer. It was
Billy Beer, yes.
Jimmy Carter's
Jimmy
brother.
Carter's brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. Never had any of it, but I do
No,
know
no, but
beer. Yeah,
I was too young for that. Well,
yeah,
you probably were too, but yeah,
yeah,
I remember it though.
yeah, yeah.
They couldn't rip on Jimmy Carter so much, so they went after his brother.
Uh, Trumpet Master saying yes. He's got about 6 of them.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Drinking tea. He's under the weather right now. Well, I hope you're feeling
Ah,
better, my friend.
yes,
I
yeah,
understand. I'm there with you. I haven't. It's been a couple of months. I haven't really been feeling all that good, but yeah, no, we gotta get back to the good, feeling good, and get back. I want to, because again, we got something we got to really get at. We got to get the spam challenge. I got to get 500 followers. I can get 500 followers. I'm going to Greg Rushlow's, and he's got all those barbecues out there. He's got like 17 of them now, I think, and we're gonna cook up a bunch of different ways of we come up with a bunch of different ways of cooking up spam. And we're gonna. Well, I'm definitely gonna eat it. I don't know about these guys. They're gonna probably eat a steak in front of me, but gonna go ahead and I'm
well,
gonna eat it.
yeah, but we'll watch you eat the spam as
I
we're enjoying our steak, of course.
appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, because it was funny because Cross and I were talking about it today. You've heard of scotched eggs?
Yep.
Put spam around the scotch, around the hard boiled
Ooh,
egg,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
then bread it and then deep fry that.
I see where he's going. Yeah,
I think that would work good.
yeah.
Here's some good ones from Trump Master. He's saying spam burger, spam fries, spaghetti. Yeah,
You know what we should do? We'll get a few guys together from the tavern here.
yep,
Come on by.
yep.
We'll just put the thing on live and say, okay, what do you guys want us to cook with this?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yep. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Yeah. Like I said, once I get feeling better, that's one of
Yeah.
the we'll get that all together. We'll have a nice afternoon or evening or whatever. Just go live and watch the corn dog spam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
had a few recipes we've talked about there.
yeah. And notice how it went again, Greg. We were talking about concerts. Now we're talking about
It
food.
always goes to spam.
Yeah, food, traffic, food and beer. Yes, enjoy it.
Here we go.
Well, my friend, with that, I'm going to go here and I'm going to see about giving you a drink here, pour you a drink. Thank you for attending the tavern here. Where are we at here? Pour you a drink. Thank you for attending. And
Thank you.
with that being said, the tavern is closed. Thank you.
Thank you.